Hello everyone, quickly before we get into the video, if you could like and subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, help get this video pushed out there and help it through the YouTube algorithm, I will be ever eternally grateful. Now let's get on to the video. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back your lovely faces to another video here on the channel. Well, today we have a huge exclusive from the Daily Mail, which is one hell of a mic drop. And to be honest with you, it's absolutely amazing. So what are we talking about? Exclusive. Johnny Depp's legal battle against the ACLU heats up as emails reveal the non-profit staff wrote AH's explosive op-ed at the centre of his $50 million defamation suit against her. Ooh, that is just juicy as anything. We kind of knew this because obviously we saw in previous emails via Tug and everything else. But what we have here, ladies and gentlemen, we have a whole host of emails to go through. This is just absolutely crazy. So get your drinks in, get your snacks, and I do apologise if this video goes over the normal length of what my videos normally are. So ladies and gentlemen, let's jump into it. So you got a couple of the bullet points here first. So we got emails obtained by the Daily Mail suggest she had minimal input in her Washington Post op-ed published December 2018. Documents reveal ACLU staff came up with the idea for her to write the essay now titled I Spoke Up Against This and Faced Our Culture's Wrath. The op-ed went through multiple legal revisions, with her lawyer anxious not to mention Johnny Depp by name or breach the couple's non-disclosure agreement, which I have mentioned so many times in the past, where I've had a couple of her little people come along saying she never signed an NDA. Actually, she did. It's in the divorce settlement. She signed an NDA, she gets the money, and don't talk about it. Well, what did she go and do? She gone and wrote an op-ed, and she's kept the money. So, it's kind of on the nose. So, then it goes on to say that obviously Johnny Depp, he's later sued her now for libel, claiming the article included references to their failed marriage. The unearthed emails would show the ACLU had actually penned the piece and could drag the organisation deeper into the toxic lawsuit. Johnny Depp's attorney, Adam Waldman, told DailyMail.com the emails prove the ACLU wrote her false op-ed for her and were co-conspirators from the start. Last week, the actors sued the ACLU to force them to reveal if AH even honoured the 2016 pledge, that they say, to donate half of her divorce money to the non-profit. In her own filings, she does not claim to be the sole author of the op-ed, stating she wrote it with the assistance and advice of others. But when those others are literally the people who you work for, that they're the ones who wrote it for you, that's completely different. So, obviously the bit of defamation lawsuit is now brewing between the two, after new documents revealed that the non-profit staff penned the explosive op-ed at the centre of the $50 million libel suit. A trove of emails seen by the Daily Mail suggests she had minimal input. The drafts went through multiple legal revisions, with her lawyers anxious not to mention them over the $7 million divorce settlement and the NDA. But then, obviously, when it appeared in the Washington Post, Johnny Depp sued instead for libel, arguing the 1,000-word essay entitled I Spoke Up Against This and Faced Our Culture's Wrath was a clear reference to their failed marriage. So, 3 years on, the ACLU's involvement is threatening to drag the non-profit deeper into this lawsuit. Johnny Depp's lawyers hint it could even see them added as a defendant. The new trove of emails finally proves one of the things the ACLU has fought for years to hide. They wrote her false op-ed for her and were co-conspirators with her from the start, Adam Waldman told the Daily Mail. Those who scheme, write and publish defamation, even perpetrate free speech advocates, are not immune from the consequences. The ACLU is already facing a May 28th deadline, that's today ladies and gentlemen, to respond to a barrage of subpoenas from Johnny Depp's legal team who want to know if her ever honoured the public 2016 pledge, as they said, to donate half of her divorce money to the vaunted civil rights group. Now previously unseen correspondence obtained by the Daily Mail reveals ACLU staff came up with the idea for the op-ed when they appointed her as an ambassador on women's rights in 2018. So, literally, this is what we got. This is the first one, ladies and gentlemen. And as you can see, this is Tuesday, November 6th that this was sent from Jerry Johnson. And the funniest thing is, it was only a month later when the article came out in the Washington Post. So, hi Jodie, I'd like you and Amber's thoughts on doing an op-ed in which she discusses the way in which survivors of gender-based this have been made less safe under that guy's administration. Not going to say his name because I know for a fact it will get this video done. And how people can take action. It can be timed for something after November 14th, when it's time to remind the newly elected Congress of their priorities. Her ambassador title could appear in her byline and announced in the social media promotion of the piece. That there, straight away, it just says, maybe she could do this and maybe we can just put her name in it. That is absolutely mind-blowing. In the op-ed, she can argue that it's time to make sure that our leaders take seriously by highlighting the following: Congress's delay in reauthorizing this, the ACLU's lawsuit against Sessions over a new asylum rule he implemented against asylum seekers, a new title rule we're expecting Betsy DeVos to issue this month, which would roll back protection. She can also, of course, mention his irresponsible attacks on this person and survivors who don't report right away. This is just nuts. And as you can see, it does state there about, she can interweave her own personal story about how painful it is and all this. Target publications could include digital outlets like Teen Vogue, Mariah Claire, Vice broadly, or a paper like the LA Times. Would this be of interest? And if so, would you like for us to do the first draft? Might include a quick phone interview to get her thoughts, or would she prefer to start it off? Thanks, let me know what you think. Also happy to jump on the phone to discuss if it's helpful. All the best, Jerry. That is just mind-blowing. But ladies and gentlemen, it gets better. So, this is now going to AH from Jessica Herman Whites. Hi AH, apologies for the delay, but we have needed this to pass through quite a few lawyers first. Please read Robin's notes below and let me know your edits. Also, you should show this to your attorney, one from the long list. I want to make sure nothing was said in here that puts you in jeopardy with your NDA. This is just crazy, guys. It's absolutely just wow, because this is literally just showing you. I'm just blown away. I'm like, oh my God. But then obviously it's got the one at the bottom then, which is from Robin. From Robin to obviously to her then and everything else. Hope your travel's been going great. It was such a total pleasure to talk with you. I tried to gather your fire and rage and really interesting analysis and shape that into op-ed form, with mentions of a few policies and a growing movement. Hope it sounds true to you. It's attached. I'm sorry for the delay in getting it to you. Many lawyers have reviewed it here and tweaked the policy bits. Your lawyers should review this for the way I skirted around talking about your marriage. It says it right there, guys. This is absolutely it's just crazy to even think this is going on now. So, and there are a few places where I wasn't sure if something was right or needed a few words to end the sentence. I put those in bold and noted them with TK. If you could fill those in, that would be a big help. All the best. And that is just crazy to see that this is even going on now, guys, because we have seen so much and so much rubbish come out about this. And it's just like, holy hell, It's just crazy. But we do have quite a bit more to go through. So this is another one from Robin. Thanks so much, her and Sean. I so appreciate your work to protect her and also make this piece true to her experience. I'd love to hop on the phone with her if you're available. I'm free now for the next 5 minutes or again from 2 till 3. You had a brilliant solution for the paragraph about not talking about the marriage. My concern is this paragraph. Then, 2 years ago, after I got a temporary restraining order against my then husband, I felt the full force of our culture's wrath. So we all know what that one was. We're not going to read it out fully, but You can freeze frame it here if you want to give it a quick read. Could we cut the words marriage, divorce, and order out? And say this below. If we don't say something like, I became a public figure representing, the rest of the piece doesn't really make sense. It's not clear whether she is talking about this she witnessed as this, and what was the pivotal moment that changed things for her, or why she knows about the institution protecting people. Then 2 years ago, after I became a public figure representing this, I felt the full force of our culture's wrath for women. Once I had to walk into a pack of hundreds of photographers, many of them yelling the same question in one form or another. Is it true you're making all this up? So as you can see, it does go on then. It shows the entire op-ed that she did for him. But we're not going to read it because we already have before. But then you got one email here from Sean T. Walsh to AH, and obviously he's put in Eric George and a few other people, where they're basically saying, hey there, thank you both so much for the help you've given me and making sure that this article conveys this message. So we have that one there. But what we're going to look at now, guys, is one that is just like, oh my god. This one, which is sent from Robin to Eric. Hi everyone, hope you're all doing well. Here's the edit back from the Washington Post. The only real change I noticed was in the very first line, when they cut the first mention of being an early witness. I added the bit about one of my own lawyers in bold. AH, could you take a look by tomorrow morning 9 AM so we can get back to them? And Jess will get back to you about talking points. Thank you again, Robin. But then we got Eric at 11 o'clock in the evening on December 17th. This is to everyone. Robin, all good except that edit is a no-go. Please explain to the Post that one cannot reveal discussions with a lawyer without wavering the attorney-client privilege. Can't let that happen here, especially since the edit adds nothing. AH can simply say that an advisor made that statement to her. Okay, thanks, E. It is just crazy to see that all of this is actually going on, because this now shows that everything she has said and everything the ACLU has said going up to it, they have been lying through her teeth. So this is what the Daily Mail had to say about these now. Her lawyer Eric George sounded a note of caution, however, striking out obvious references to Johnny Depp and warning that any mention of the disastrous marriage would land her in court. Any reference at all to marriage or divorce, even to say either the word marriage or divorce, and then to elaborate that you're not in fact talking about it, is a technical violation. Would a reasonable ex or his lawyer object? Of course not. Will the opposing side that we're dealing with? Likely yes. Her and Shulman were keen to mention how the Aquaman actress sought a restraining order after the breakup, which is similarly next, which it was. I think Eric's edit still gets us 95% of what you want. I say send it off and damn the torpedoes ahead, Sean T. Walsh said, a member of her communications team, which is absolutely crazy. Everything about this, guys, it just screams holy moly, because it just shows that the ACLU have completely lied through everything that they've done. The op-ed was published on the Washington Post website 6 days later and appeared in print the next day. Like many women, I had been this and all of this. I was at college of age. Then 2 years ago, I became a public figure representing this, and I felt the full force of our culture's wrath for this. 3 months later, Johnny Depp filed for defamation in Fairfax County, Virginia, where the Post is printed, saying the article wrecked his reputation and got him booted from the role of Captain Jack Sparrow. But now, obviously, it went on for The Sun and everything else, and it's absolutely crazy to see that these people think that, yeah, we can get away with this. But with these emails now between AH, the ACLU, and all the people who work within that group, this just proves they were all lying. 100% down to the bone. It is like, yeah, they were lying. She didn't even write it. Her, ACLU wrote it and just said to her, oh yeah, we can do this. We can do this. We can put it here, here, and here. Social media places can be here, here, and here. These magazines, these online websites, we can use them all to our advantage. Which is exactly what they did. and that is absolutely crazy. But I'm just glad these emails are now being seen. There's so much information and evidence now coming out showing that she lied. It's only one way for her now, and that way is down. If you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell for future updates, and I'll see each and every one of you soon.